What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Tony Gunn Show. And you might be wondering, who the hell are you? I'm not Tony, I'm Meaghan, and we are taking over. Yes, this is a ladies only event. And I'm super excited because not only am I hanging out with my girl Fur from MTD, but we are also hanging out with the AMT ladies. I like to call you the salt and pepper, the rap
Oh,
group
yeah, of course.
of AMT, because you guys just have a lot of spunk and pizzazz, and you're just a lot of fun to hang out with. So we got MC and Bonnie from AMT. Hello, ladies. How are you doing?
Welcome back to the Gunn Show, my friends. This is the VIP edition.
Hello.
Excellent.
We're
Thank
great.
you. I love that salt and pepper.
You're the salt and pepper of AMT.
I'll take it.
Yeah, sounds good.
And love the ladies takeover.
Yeah. So today we're going to be talking about everything IMTS because IMTS is AMT's show. And I'm just curious what you two ladies do for the show because I never really knew what you do. I know you travel around a lot and you're very customer focused and like you work and speak with a lot of the companies, but what specifically do you do to get set up for IMTS?
Besides being the beautiful face.
Yeah, absolutely.
The beautiful salt and pepper. Thanks.
That's very nice. Do you want to start? You want me to
Sure, I can start.
All right, you start.
Okay, I'll start. Let's see. So what do we do? So I work in content. So a lot of what I'm doing for the show is I work with Bonnie on partnerships. We have some fun new partnerships coming together this year that you're going to be a part of too.
I know.
With Chris Lukey and Manufacturing Happy Hour, roadshow to IMTS. Also partnerships with Drew Crow and Jay Call and others, and Tony Gunn.
Mm-hmm.
And you, and then work on content for during the show. So we have a IMTS Plus main stage that is at large in the main Grand Concourse, and we have continuous presentations up there, and then also we run pre-recorded IMTS Plus content. So for this show, it's really putting together all of that. Also, we have a new afterwards, IMTS Plus afterwards stage. That's a more of a kind of intimate, loungy space which is with a small riser, where 20-minute presentations and sessions where people can get up and close and personal.
Is that new this year?
It is.
Okay.
Yes, we've never had it before because the main stage it doesn't have the ability to engage with their audience. So we wanted to create something that could get more personal. And then also be kind of a space for people to hang out when they need it, because as you know, there's never enough hangout places on the show floor.
Oh, right.
So that, and then we run a live news program in the morning called IMTS Day today, and a live news program in the afternoon called IMTS Unwind. And I know you're opening up one of the days for us as part of the Creators Lounge. So we put together, run a show for that. There are other stages that we work on. And then when we're at the show, it is, going around and seeing everyone and meeting up. Working on new content that we'll create at the show. We're hopefully going to do a kind of a special edition of Road Tripping with Steve. It hasn't been set yet, so I can't talk about it. But yeah, and I mean, it is the global gathering place of our industry, so there's a lot of cool stuff and content that happens.
Right. And so before we get to you, Bonnie, I have a question surrounding the content. So in 2022, that was like the comeback show, right? Because we were all locked up because of COVID. Thank you very much. And I know the IMTS Plus channel was something brand new during that year because you wanted to keep the conversation going on the off years of the show. So when you're looking for new ideas specifically around content, like what are some of the parameters that you're looking for? Like, how do you say, yes, this is the type of content that I want to highlight at the show and bring in front of people so that when they think about manufacturing, they're always remembering IMTS?
So looking at, and again, when we launched or when IMTS was incepted, which was before my time and Bonnie was here, kind of the idea was to discover like the untold stories of manufacturing, because we're not trying to compete with a Gardner. We have very close partnership with Gardner and other industry media groups. So it's not to get into the deep technical side, but again, those untold stories. So we almost call it like the people behind the technology.
Yeah.
Now we also do have stories and features about technology, of course. So the content at the show, it's a lot of it is kind of people we meet, different stories we've heard. And I talked a little bit about it when we were here in April. We have a new series that's going to release called Passion Project, and that collaboration and partnership actually came about at IMTS 2 shows ago, I think. And it's with Martin Guitars and Mazak and Renishaw. There's another episode of 3D Pets Dive Design that will be releasing beginning of 2025. So it's, again, those stories of the people, the journey, and then the technology and the passion for all of it. So, and the idea is to obviously engage the manufacturing community, but then also outside of it.
Right.
We've done a couple presentations for my son's class at his elementary school, and the kids love it. Like they don't know all this cool stuff that's happening. When they hear about it, they're like, wow, this is manufacturing. So it's also getting these stories out to that broader base.
And it's thought leadership, too. So
Yeah.
we've got
Yes.
some big-time thought leaders coming to speak. We're probably going to announce all that stuff in the next 3 weeks coming out. So we're really excited about the people that are coming to help us open the show and have these nice afternoon shows, keynotes. We have like 3 keynotes a day.
You guys always have a stellar lineup of speakers and even conference speakers, not just the keynotes. Like that's a very educational event. So, in terms of like the scheduling and because there's so many different moving parts, right? You have your keynote series, you have your conferences, but you have different conferences too, like some that are more specific to like additive manufacturing. So to anyone that's like a first time attendee to IMTS, one of the best things that I like is how you color code everything. So that's really helpful. But like, what would be some of your advice to
Tips. So first-time attendees, if you're looking for education, the conferences are definitely where the technical side, that all comes out with the technical. So we have the IMTS 2024 conference, which is actually, we do that with GIE Media, and that is exhibitors speaking about the technology that's on the show floor that they're releasing, displaying. It's not a sales pitch. It's why do I want this in my shop? It's very technical. So that's where, you want your engineers to go. You want people, if they're learning, or your younger people to go. And then we have 9 other conferences. Some are additive. We've got a laser conference. We have Women to Make Manufacturing Move program. We've got a breakfast. And that's not really technical. It's more like a gathering. We have like a reception. We have our job shops. We've got 3 job shops programs. One is MC is in charge of one of them. And then Modern Machine Shop's doing another. They do their top shop. So we have a lot of education stuff so definitely look at the conferences, because everyone's like, oh, you have conferences? Because we look at ourselves as a trade show that has conferences. There's a lot of trade shows that conferences, it's a conference with a trade show floor, and we're the complete opposite. But do spend time, because you can do a day of the IMTS conference. You can just buy for a day, and you're in there, you look at whatever you need to, and then you go walk the show floor. We also have LATAM night. I'm sort of going along on the conference stuff, but we have a lot there. So first-time tips, I would look at that. We have a My Show Planner. I think we talk about that a lot. It is probably one of the least, it's totally underutilized. If people go in there and they start looking for the technology they want, you can plan your visit. You can put your conferences on there. You can even put appointments with exhibitors in it. Like you can plan your whole day, your week, your 3 days, whatever, and it's free.
Yeah.
So all you have to do is sign up. So
I was a first-time attendee last IMTS, and yeah, I think my show planner, it's like a great thing that people should really use, because last year we were running like all around, like from whole north to west and east, and it's like if you can plan ahead, and it's like, okay, this day I'm going to the North Hall instead of going everywhere at the same time. Is great. And also like going into the IMTS page, you can see like all the exhibitors and plan everything ahead, and it will save you so much time. And we know that is our biggest show here in America, so you don't want to be walking the whole day one way to the other one. You need very comfy shoes.
Oh, yeah.
I think that's a first time tip for everyone. Comfy shoes.
There's some women that go to the show with stilettos on. I don't know how they do that, but I hope they have like a change of shoes and they're just wearing it at certain time.
I
So
did
Barbara-
that once in my first filming with Tony. I appeared to a trade show with the stilettos, and I was crying.
Oh,
So
I
yeah,
can't even wear them regularly.
Yeah.
I
We had, so on the main stage, Barbara Humpton opened up, it was like Tuesday or Wednesday, and she was being interviewed by Tim Shambara, who at the time was our CTO, and she came in her tennis shoes, and she's like,
And she had a jacket like this. She had a moto jacket and sneakers. She
and
looked
she's
awesome.
like, I've got my other change of shoes if you prefer. And we're like, no, you do what you want.
Yeah.
Like, it was great. Cause
She's from Siemens, right?
yeah, she's head of Siemens for USA. Yeah.
I saw her speak a couple of times, and she had a pair of tennis shoes. I believe her grandson painted for her.
Oh my gosh.
And I'm like, yeah, you're my kind of lady. That's awesome.
She's coming back, so she's going to speak on the main stage.
Awesome.
She's on Tuesday.
I was going to ask, now that ladies are taking over, we're talking about estilators and conference. What does IMTS has for women in manufacturing this year?
I did research for my next opportunity because I wanted to write a book. And I came across this statistic that 70% of small business owners want to fund their retirement through the sale of their business, when in fact only 20% of them actually had a saleable business. And it broke my heart anticipating the fact that baby boomers, there was a light at the end of the tunnel, and in fact it was a train. And so I really wanted to do something about that. So I wrote a book called Scaling the Exit. The purpose of the book was to articulate a strategy for small to medium-sized business owners to increase the value of their business to the extent that they could actually sell it and fund their retirement. And that was really the first iteration of what became EBITDA Growth Systems and our brand promise, which is to double the valuation of small, medium-sized businesses, specifically in terms of an exit, but double their valuation, or we give them their money back.
We've got a reception the first night, so it's 5:30. Well, Monday night we have a reception, and then Wednesday morning we're having a breakfast. Last time we did a lunch, but we have a breakfast. We're going to have, the speaker is she's from NASA, right?
NASA.
Yeah, she runs the someplace in NASA. Kat Ross is in charge
So
of that program.
cool.
It's going to be great. And that's pretty much it. We did it early so the exhibitors could attend, because last time they couldn't get away from the booth. So we tried to do it for breakfast so that we could have attendees and exhibitors participate.
That's
in-
really cool.
in the session. So that's what we've got. And then we do have a LATAM night, though.
Yeah.
Speaking, when we have
And
a LATAM
conference.
conference.
Yeah, I have seen some
Brand new.
videos from Carlos
Carlos.
Mortera and Jorge
Yeah.
visiting Track Machine Tools and other companies that are sponsoring the LATAM night.
Yeah. And the conference is it's all full Spanish speaking. So if you go in
That's
thinking it's
awesome.
English, you're not
Solamente
gonna.
español. Nada inglés.
I can understand a little bit and speak a little less. So I'm trying, but it's just, yeah.
Okay, go on.
I told Fer, I'm like, I need to start practicing Spanish with you, because you can't pick it up if you don't practice
No,
it.
no.
So I was trying to dip in on your conversation earlier today with Tony's wife. I understood a little bit of it, and I'm just like, but then I was like, man, I must look really creepy, like staring at them. Trying to
You're
listen.
immersing yourself.
Yeah.
And it's con tequila, con vino tinto, habla español más mejor.
And
Pardon me.
It's really good.
when you mentioned the LATAM night, I remember 2 years ago it was only like a get it together, but now you said about presentations, right?
It's a
It's a
3
half
hour?
day conference. Yeah. It's in the afternoon. It's a conference, and then that evening is going to be the reception.
That's great.
Yeah, we've never had anything like that before.
Yeah.
Carlos and
He's so happy
Danielle,
that we thought this was a great idea.
yeah, he's amazing.
Like,
That-
okay, more work.
So, in turn, because again, this is women's taking over. Since your time with being with AMT and like how many shows that you've been with at IMTS, like what has the presence been around women? Like, because I remember when I first attended IMTS, it's got to be like ages ago. I don't even remember the year for my first one. There were some women, but I think I could count like on one hand every time I was in each hall how many. And now there's like 2 years ago, there was lines at the bathroom for the women's bathroom. And I was like, well, this is great, but this kind of sucks.
I don't believe there was a line. I still don't believe there was a line.
There was one.
I've never seen a line.
There was one where the bathroom that I went to, but it was one of the smaller ones, because I was just like,
There's no way.
Let's just take it.
I'll take it.
Let's just take it.
I don't like it. But
So-
we actually started with our registration asking if you're what your gender identification
Yeah.
is. So we'll know more after this show. I think we did it last year, but I don't remember. We put it in late, and but there's definitely a higher percentage, but it's still like 9%. Is it that?
No.
I don't remember.
I mean, I
Just to forget I said that. I don't remember. I'll look and I'll let you
I
know.
think it's high. I mean, so I was in ski and snowboard industry for 20 years, and it was a long time ago. So it was like 96 to, I don't know, 2016 or something. And, that was very, back then, similar, more men than women kind of thing. And then I went in the plastics industry, which is similar to manufacturing. But when I came to IMTS, I thought there were a lot of women at IMTS. I was surprised it was more than the other industry. And then just going to other shows in these last couple of years, and then seeing what's going on in social media on LinkedIn.
Yeah.
There are a ton of women out there that are a part of manufacturing, proud to be, excited about it. I mean, you obviously are the heart of it. So I think it's exciting. And then,
Well, it's definitely exciting.
being in the,
it's still a small percentage.
yeah,
Right.
but
Because
if you look
it
at
is what it is. That's the
additive
industry.
sector, like the additive community, seems to have more women. It's new.
Well, I feel like there's a lot more women coming into the electronic side of things too, with like PLC programming and robotics and stuff. So I'm like really looking forward to seeing. And one of the other things that I really like at IMTS, and I don't know how much you two are involved with it, but the student summit. And I think it's really important for companies to kind of at least go to it if you're not exhibiting in it. Because again, I think when younger girls can see themselves working at the companies that they have the potential to work at, it's just, easier to kind of flip them over that edge. So in terms of the show, what are some of your favorite things that you look forward to each time you go?
I've only been to one. So you start.
I'm in charge of the Emerging Technology Center. So I've been doing that since 2012. I came up with an idea, and then it was successful, and I've been in charge ever since.
It's more than an idea. It was like Guinness Book of World Records.
No, that was 2014. 2012 was the
sorry.
Rally Fighter. But so I always love doing the Emerging Technology Center, only because I do partnerships for AMT, and I get to work with so many different. Sometimes it's exhibitors, sometimes it's like the national lab, sometimes it's like Blue Forge is coming this time, so they're like a contractor for the government. Just totally different groups coming in to either show what they're trying. This year's a little bit more real because we're trying to connect the story of, well, there's a few things in the ETC, but Oakhurst National Labs is coming in, and they've partnered with Okuma, and then I think there's like 6 other companies, and they're bringing in a new way to do hybrid manufacturing with a machining center. It's going to be really cool. And
That's cool.
It's a new way to do it. It's not like anything's new. Like, it's just a configuration completely different. It's a launch. It's going to be great.
Yeah.
We're just able to start talking about it now. So that's really exciting. And right now they're setting everything up down at Okuma in North Carolina. Yeah.
So is it just like 1 or 2 companies within the emergent technology? So it's 5.
This year it's 5. So we've got MT Connect is coming in, and their big thing is about how data out of the machines and how you can. Now it's they're pulling it out. What do you do with it? How do you use it? So their big presentation is about how they're actually focusing on the supply chain, not the supply chain, but the industrial manufacturing base, working with Blue Forge to let it be so that job shops can now qualify to work for the government a little easier. And a lot of it has to do with the security of your data. Right. So they're working with that with Blue Forge. And then we've got Blue Forge. And then we have...
Build giants.
When we build giants, yeah. But then we also have Apollo, who is a humanoid, and it's with... I can never say the.
I can't say the name.
Okay, Apollo is it's
with an
the
A.
company. It's awesome. It's a startup. They're coming out of Texas.
Yeah.
I
High five.
We're gonna
can't
have a
wait for
robot.
that. We Build Giants is really interesting to me too, because I didn't realize we had a submarine shortage until I went to an additive manufacturing conference, and that was like all the rage, and I was like, what?
It's it's huge, and the huge, literally, figuratively. But with Bonnie talking about the Emerging Technology Center and with Blue Forge and We Build Giants, and showing that the defense. I mean, the amount opportunity for manufacturing and manufacturers in defense, which is obvious, but then, like, Bonnie said, there are also regulations and things to educate people on. And yeah, these submarines are incredible.
Yeah.
They're being built in two locations. Huh?
I don't know if I know the details.
Debbie Holton.
Well, I did take a look at our timer and it's
Oh,
at 0. So I do want to start closing this up. Is there anything else that you two ladies would like to mention as a final say? Like,
look, right now, kids are looking at what they're going to be doing in the future, and some of them don't even know what a career in manufacturing could look like. So what we're trying to do is support organizations and initiatives that are telling kids what a career in manufacturing is. So help us give back by purchasing Shop Floor Coffee. You can find us at shopfloorcoffee.com. We're on LinkedIn. Contact us. Let us know how we can support you and your organization.
So for me, for IMTS, I've been here for a long time. I don't remember it's like the 12th IMTS I've done. I mean, I've been coming since 2000, so is that 13? I don't remember. But we talked about planning, but you've got to plan your time to just walk around, because that's where the most of it is, walk around and explore, because if you're not exploring, you're missing. And if you don't put time in to explore, then you might miss something that, just right behind your back. So just that would be my thing, because it's planned, but also give yourself some flexibility in there to explore.
Absolutely.
And have fun.
Do we have an app for the phone? I remember that in other years
There's an app.
there's an app
Yep.
for which you can have your agenda, your planner, the map, and I think that's very
It all
useful.
connects to the My Show Planner, so all that'll be on your phone if you
Very cool.
plan it.
What about you, MC?
I would second what Bonnie said. I mean, this will be my third IMTS I've been to, because I went as a visitor in 2018 before I even knew I'd be working here. So I would say, again, leave time to find. There's so, I don't mean speaking to the choir here, but there's so much incredible technology and things that are changing quickly. It seems like they're changing faster than they have been. Is to scope out and just explore everything, and then also to leave time for friends. I mean, this is the gathering of the industry, and it's a time to celebrate, one another and celebrate the industry and, celebrate that week. So it's, leave time for that. There'll be a lot of incredible events too. Obviously, exhibitor events, other things going on. I think our friend Chris Lukey might have something going during that week.
I know about that because he told me. So I'm in the loop with that. Part of the Cool Kids Club for that one.
Excellent.
So-
And again, have fun. Like Bonnie said, have fun. I mean, we're all super fortunate, and I feel incredibly fortunate, even just being in this industry 3 years. The people, the community. It's incredible.
Yeah, and we do have, like, emailing us or calling, like, we answer the phone, we answer your emails. So if you have a question and you think we might, we're there to help you. So there's a whole team of people.
So if it's your first IMTS, if it's your 5th or 10th, definitely go on LinkedIn, follow AMT, connect with all of the members from AMT, because honestly, you guys are one of the funnest groups that I've ever worked with or collaborated with, and you're super nice and you're super helpful and you're passionate. So connect with everybody on LinkedIn. Be sure to check out the show planner. Try to plan ahead, but as Bonnie and MC stated, explore, because there's a ton of exhibitors, smaller exhibitors that are against the wall or way in the back, and they have cool technology too that they're showcasing, and they get missed out on a lot because people just focus on what's obvious right in front of them. So be sure to explore. But this was the ladies takeover event for the Tony Gunn Show. I hope it wasn't horrible.
Did you just take over my show?
I did, Tony. I did. And I think we're going to get a lot of great likes on this episode for sure.
You definitely do it better than I do. Well done.
You're not getting it back.
Bye, everyone. Have a good one.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you.